Hello everyone, hello. How is it going? Stephanie Zima here. I hope you all can hear me. If you can, give me a thumbs up real quick because I am trying something new, my little microphone here. Maybe I'll put it right here. So I have a little microphone to make sure that anybody can hear me. So as you are hopping on, actually, wait, hang on one second. I think I'm going to, just before I get started, I'll probably just quickly make sure myself, if I haven't seen anybody, just to be sure, because this is the first time I'm trying it. So you guys hang in there with me. I appreciate everybody's patience. I hope you all are staying warm. As you are tuning in, let me know where you are coming in from. You know, if you're hopping on, I have somebody watching. Okay, I have somebody watching. Can you tell me, give me a thumbs up real quick if you can hear me, because I'm trying my new microphone. Can you give me a thumbs up so I can see if that works? I would appreciate it. If not, hang on, I'm going to try it on my computer real quick and see if I can hear somebody, if I can hear myself. Sometimes it's a little tricky to do. Yeah, but it's really important. Oh, hey, Polly. Okay, so Polly, it's you. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Can you hear me? Great. Thank you. Awesome. All right, I'm so excited because now with my new microphone, this is actually something that when I walk around, I can, thank you so much. I love you so much. So yeah, when I walk around, I'm going to be able to you guys still be able to hear me, which is exciting. Check on my important. There are things that I share over there that I do not share here. So hop on over there so you get all that information as well. And don't miss anything, right? If you are connecting with me new, make sure you are hopping over there, especially because there's an email sequence that helps you with love you, all the hearts. It makes me happy. Yeah, so all these tips and tricks over there are really, really helpful, especially for people with diabetes who are just starting out. So for anyone who knows me personally, knows I love to give, and I love you all to give too. So make sure you are sharing out this video. Make sure you are also inviting somebody to watch it. Tag somebody if you know somebody that needs to get a little bit of information on healthy cooking and everything very, very quickly. Some tips and tricks in the kitchen, right? That's what we're doing. Okay, so today we are going to make pork tenderloin. And I have, when you buy these big chunks of pork tenderloin, we have this big, huge chunk, right? Now, you should be having about 8 ounces of meat. And I've learned something. Oh, I need stars. I don't know how that works. What I want to share with you real quick, it's very important, and I read about this morning. If you have too much animal protein, I'm not saying you have to be vegan or anything, but if you have too much animal protein, that can make this, and I'm going to give you this in layman's term, it's going to make this chemical that will help cancer cells hide in your bloodstream. And I thought that was super, super encouraging to make sure that you are not having too much animal protein, okay? So you want to make sure you can eat animal protein, but you need to make sure you don't have too much of it. So, which helps too, because obviously grocery prices are kind of crazy right now through the roof, right? Aren't they? I mean, how many people here, drop it in the comments, have seen an increase in grocery prices? I mean, I do. Yeah, I do. Anyway, so long story short, take your pork tenderloin, cut it in half. It's still plenty. I have a family of 5 that I'm feeding, and that's what we're going to do. Now, secondly, remember I was making a big pot of rice, and I'm going to show you real quick what I do with the rice. Because, right, I don't want to make rice all the time for the family. So I want to make sure that I take my serving cups. So this is like 1/3 of a cup, okay? And then I have my freezer bags. And it's a time saver tip and trick. After you have made your rice and it is all cooled out, you put it into your bag. Just a quarter or a third of a cup, and then you can straighten it out like so, and then freeze just this portion. Okay? So if you ever want to have a time saver, so you can, you can freeze the biggest portion you want, okay? Like if you want more for your entire family, obviously you can put that. But if you are like in diabetes, you have diabetes and you just, you want to eat a certain amount and make sure you eat the right portion size, then you can do it this way, okay? So you can imagine how many servings you get, and then you put it in your freezer, and when you need it, that's when you pick it out. And you can add it to any kind of dish, like if you want to make just a few vegetables, for example, and you just need a little bit of rice, to hold you over, you're just going to go ahead and put that in. Or like for me, for example, I'm going to start something new next week for me, but my kids and my husband obviously need to eat something different, right? So I want to make sure they have all they need. Okay, so I showed you a couple. This is what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to use that rice for something else today. I'm going to put it to the side. Okay, so on to the meat. Here we go. And we're going to start cooking it. See, now as I'm moving around in the kitchen, ideally you should hear me with my new microphone. I'm super excited about it. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this in pieces first. Okay. Oh, by the way, start your oven because we're going to want to preheat it to 350. And we're going to cut our pork tenderloin into pieces. And then I'm going to double check what the portion sizes is going to be with the amount of ounces. And guys, we might even be able to get another dish out of it. Okay. See, this is now where an $11 piece of meat is going to save you money, because if you can work with it and you're adjusting your portion sizes to what they should be, not only will it be healthier for you, but you also are going to save money. So this is 3.3. Okay, so this is 6.7 ounces already. So that's more than what, that is way more than what I even want. Okay, so this piece is 4 ounces. Now take a look at it. If you want to have, that's a big chunk. That's a big chunk, okay? So look at your of your hand. 4 ounces of meat is usually the size of your palm, okay? And that's what you want to kind of take a look at it when you eat it. If you want to eat in 2, you have 8. Thank you for sharing, Polly. Appreciate it. So if you want to count about 8 ounces of meat per day, you need dinner and lunch. You can have each one of this size, okay? All right. So look at this. So I have, this would be for me. This would be for my kids, okay? So my 3 kids, they don't need that much. So they have each about 3 ounces, right? Even though one is a vegetarian. And then my husband would have 2. And look at, I still have a big piece of meat, which is, let's see, 14 ounces, guys. 14 ounces. So you know how much you're overeating, right? If you've been making this big, huge pork tenderloin and everybody just eats and eats and eats and eats, you are overeating a lot, and hence everybody's waistline. Okay, so that is something, and then not just waistline, but also, what's that called? Also the glucose values, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now with my meat, because I want to stuff it, and when it's like thick like this, you can't stuff it. So I am going to get my meat tenderizer pouncy sticky, however you call this, I don't know. But we're gonna flatten it out now. And that's always my favorite part, like when you kind of like having a little bit of frustration, talk about politics or vaccines or whatever other things you have going on, work it all out in the kitchen. Right? You just hit something, hit the meat, and make it flat. There you go. Okay, perfect, right? So this is like double the size now. Mentally, you are already thinking, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Perfect. Okay, now what I'm going to do with this is I am going to stuff it now. Here's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to make it super, super simple. I have spinach, I have salsa, and that's what I'm going to use right now for stuffing. So first of all, I'm going to season it a little bit with salt and pepper. And anyone who knows me knows I love my garlic salt. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to use a little garlic salt. And I'm going to use a little pepper. Okay, and now I'm going to use, and also feta cheese is what I'm also going to use, because I love it. Okay, so I'm going to take some spinach and put that on. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my what's that called? Fresh cut salsa. This I'm using. You don't have to do that. You can use something else. You can use other salsa. You can just chop some tomatoes if you want. I just happen to have this in the kitchen a lot, just because I like to throw it in eggs and that kind of stuff. Okay, and then I like my feta cheese, so I'm just going to crumble a little bit on top. Okay, and then you want to have some toothpicks, and now I'm just going to, my kiddos are like running like crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Okay, so now I'm like rolling this, and I'm just gonna make 2 toothpicks through there, put two toothpicks through, just to hold it together, you guys. Okay, it smells already really good, and it just, when you make it like this, stuff it in there a little bit, right? It's just something different. Okay, I always get bored with food if it's like always the same stuff, and this is really kind of like the same food. It's just something that tastes a little bit different and is a little bit something special. So I'm going to take my baking sheet real quick. So take the baking sheet and put your aluminum foil on it. So I'm going to just put that on the side so I can set it aside. Spray it. And start with the next one. So we'll put one on, and then we'll go with the next one. Okay, again, you want to flatten it out a little bit. And it does not have to be perfect, right? I mean, that's always, like when I cook, I don't make things perfect. I just play with that. I mean, they always say don't play with your food, right? Well, I don't know. I'm sorry, I feel like you can. I feel like you can play with your food. You just have to kind of know a few things. You have to know that you don't want to, if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, which chances are you are, even though you may not know, but so many people are pre-diabetic, so we always want to kind of make sure we are, oh, wait a minute, see, I almost forgot, I'm talking. Now we want to season it first. Season. Put some salt, some pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to put my spinach in there, and we're going to put some salsa on top. And some feta cheese. You know, doesn't it look already like something special? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I get bored so easy. I need to have something, something that keeps me interested in what I'm eating, right? And something also that doesn't have a lot of calories. So when you think about, remember not how much money, remember how many ounces we've made on the meat? Okay, now when you look at calories, for example, the rest of it is not a lot, and I'm going to post it underneath what I'm coming up with as I calculate it, so you can see it, or you go and check out my YouTube. It's going to be on that cover sheet as well. So here we go. And when you look at it, it doesn't take a long time. Okay, it really doesn't take a long time to do. Now this is for the kids. I'm not sure if they are going to eat the salsa or not. So I'm not gonna put salsa in. Here you're gonna do a little, you can do a little bit different. Okay. Okay. So we'll do that. I'm going to put, and they also don't like a lot of spices, so I'm just going to make it very simple for them. I'm going to put a little bit of veggies in there because I want them to have some veggies. And then I'm going to just use cheese. They love cheese. So I'm just going to use, and you know, you can, hang on one second, let me wash my hands real quick. You can make, for example, guacamole with it, or pesto chicken. You can do the same thing with chicken, with pork. Like, it's so versatile, this way of prepping meat, that you can basically, why is this not opening? You can basically make anything and everything happening, which is really, really cool, I think. So drop in the comments if you have any questions. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to know what you're thinking about. If that is something that you would want to try, I would love to hear it. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear it. So here again, I'm going to just use, if you want to, technically you could also bread it, right? But I don't like the extra carbs right now, so I'm just going to use it this way. But if you don't struggle, you could possibly be careful, sweetheart. You could possibly bread it too. So Okay, here we go. And when you look at it, it really does not take a long time. Okay, there we go. I'm going to wash the hands. Yes, babe.
Remember.
Okay.
I wanna cook too.
You want to cook too, yeah. I hear you. You want to help Mama yet in a minute? Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to put it in, okay? And I'm going to put it just in the oven. Now, in addition to this, and I am going to move you over here real quick so you can see. I'm just going to make some more vegetables to go with. Okay, hang on one second. I'm going to move you over to my stove. There. Okay. So, here we go. We're going to make some veggies and
Can I make the color? Can I make this?
you want to put some rice in? You can help me a little bit. Yes. Okay. Actually, I'm going to use this one over here. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to cook a little bit of the veggies, okay? So I'm going to use my avocado spray. I get mine from Aldi, but you can use it from anywhere. Okay, now with the spinach, you know we have a little bit in there, but I want a little bit more because spinach is really, really good for you. So I'm just going to pop this in here. And then I want to cut my mushrooms.
I hate mushrooms.
You hate mushrooms. That doesn't matter. I like mushrooms a lot. And for you, we can just take it out then, okay? Is that a deal?
Okay.
Okay. But you like spinach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like one of those.
You like the green stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
good.
Salad.
Yeah, like salad, right? Sometimes you have it in salad, sometimes we cook it, right? That's right. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna show you real quick what I can do with the rest of it to make a really good dish out of it. Or even if you are, like, let's say, you know how I said, Alexa, timer off. You know how I said that you can make with the rice, if you make a little dish just really quickly, that would be it. So you're gonna just get your veggies in. And like I said, the more veggies you eat, the better it'll be for you. And I know some people might not like veggies, but you know there's a difference of when you make it yourself, like fresh, versus how your mother maybe used to make it, right? You have to just kind of play around with different spices, because I remember, and I'm going to share about this a little bit. I remember my bonus daughters in the beginning, they were always saying like, oh, I didn't like that at all. And then once I started cooking it, I cooked it different than their mom had done. So they ended up liking certain things and certain other things not. So only because you didn't like it before doesn't mean that you don't like it later on. Okay, so in this case, I'm also going to season it with just a little bit garlic salt. And now I'm going to put some other stuff in there as well. And that is, I'm going to use a little bit paprika. Paprika, yes.
I hate
And you hate paprika? Oh, hate is a very strong word. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of turmeric, you guys. Very anti-inflammatory.
I hate turmeric too.
No, you don't. You love it. Okay, and then make sure you put a little bit of some pepper with the turmeric.
I hate pepper.
Oh, honey. But do you like what Mommy usually cooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
And I like cooking too.
And you like cooking too. Okay, get ready. It's almost your part. Okay, and so now I'm going to just put a little bit of that salsa in. And you guys, this is already pretty good. Now, if you wanted to, it smells already delicious.
I can smell it.
You can smell it, and that's good.
No,
you don't have.
I can't smell it.
You can't smell it.
I can't.
Oh, I think you can. Okay.
Now it's my
All right, now it's your turn. Put the rice in. Be careful here. Okay. There you go. 1. Good. A half. 2. Two and a half. One more, and that's it. Okay, very good. Awesome job, baby. You are a great cooker.
Now what?
Now what? Now it's ready.
Now it's ready?
Now it's ready. Should we try one?
It is hot.
It's hot, yeah. Let me go get a...
We have to blow it up.
Huh? If it hot, that's right.
Come
If
on,
it
can I
hot,
have cheese with it?
you can have cheese with it later, okay? Okay, so this is...
I want to eat one.
You want to eat one? Okay, here. Whew. Blow. Okay, try. Ice! You guys, sorry. This was not meant to be like this. Okay, here. Blow. Okay, come here. Ah! Okay, go try. Go. What do you think? Good? All right, so this is the proof right there. Kids can eat that too. Okay, so I hope... Hi, Bethany. Who else is on? You guys say hello as you're hopping on. Make sure you share it out. Make sure you hop on my email list right there. There's information that I share that you don't get on this live video. And yeah, so this is an easy way to do it. And yeah, the meat is going to be in probably, depends on how big your pieces are, right? But I would say probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you'll have to kind of look at your meat and see if it's done. So I'm just going to leave it in there for another 10 minutes. And this is something, even if you want a quick evening dinner, right, you can just throw in some rice. If you made it, get down. If you made it into those little pieces, I mean, literally, it's going to make you your life is going to be done in like 5 minutes. Whether or not you make it as a lunch or you're making it as a dinner, either way, you should be able to do it. Okay, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.